My name is Mugabe Ndahindurwa. I'm passionate about change management. I do empower the youth to embrace personal growth through effective change management by fostering resilience, adaptability in order to enable them thrive in this turbulent world. I'm over the moon to be here this afternoon. I've been really looking forward to this day. First and foremost, I want to appreciate each and everyone who has showed up today. I really appreciate your presence here. I would also want to thank Museveni for this chance and for this venue. I want to say that you are very integral to our community. Thank you so much. Now I want us to go straight to what has brought us here, and I want to give you a story. And there is a research that was done some years back. The research was about the brain science and the psychology behind teamwork and communication. And it was found that one of the barriers and one of the problem in communication, it's called illusion of certainty. Now, if I may ask in this room, who can tell me the most valuable company in the world? If I may ask, if you know, the most valuable company in the world. Now, before you give out the answer, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you know the most valuable company in the world? On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 in confidence, let's raise our hands. Okay. 2 in confidence. All right. 3 in confidence. 4 in confidence. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. What's the name of the most valuable company in the world? Anyone, please? Uh-huh.
For me, there is no value. Every company is valuable. Because you cannot compare any company to another.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I was just saying just in terms of what's the word? In terms of what? Net worthy. So the most valuable company in terms of net worthy in the world, it's Apple. And by show of hands, who thinks they know the Apple logo, the logo of Apple? By show of hands. No. Somebody's copying somewhere. You are stealing. So I want to show you some pictures. How confident are you that you know the logo of this company? On a scale of 1 to 10. 5, you know it? Okay, now I want you to zoom here what I have on my laptop. I don't know if you are able to see. Are you able to see it? Now, who can tell me between this all these logos, it's from number 1 up to 10. What do you think? Somebody else? Okay. If you haven't said something close to this one, you have gotten it wrong. This is the logo of Apple. Apple logo. This is number 9. So if you have not mentioned something or thought of something like this, what I want to do this afternoon, I just want to confirm and validate that which is part of you, that which you already know. I just want to bring it, or to bring these ideas on a higher level of awareness. Now, I know there is no formula to success, and it's a very vast topic, very controversial, you see. And I understand that there is a quote that I want to share with you by Galileo. He once said that you cannot teach a man anything, but you can only help him to find it within himself. So that's what I want to do this afternoon. Now, what I want us to speak about this afternoon, it's change. Change. For those who, in our last meeting, I shared a letter that was written by Benjamin Franklin to Jean Baptiste in 1789. He wrote him a letter that goes like this. Our constitution is now established and has an appearance that promises permanency. But in this world, nothing can be said to be certain apart from death and tax. And for those who are in our last meeting, I say that I want to dare say that there are three certain things in this world, apart from these two that Benjamin Franklin mentioned. The third one, it's change. Now, we all need to understand that change is automatic, but now growth is intentional. So the question that we always ask ourselves as young people, or even some adults, we do ask ourselves, how does one life change? What can you do to change your life? What can you do to manifest and begin to attract and see that which you desire? Anyone with an idea in this room, how one's life change, like generally? Anybody? Yes, sir. Wow, that's amazing. Any other person? Eh? Yeah, he has, for the sake of those who are following us online, he has said that you can win a lottery, of which is true to some level. Now, that's what I want us to discuss. Thank you so much for participating. Wow, that was amazing. Now, I think there are so many principles, there are so many laws, there are so many ideas and concepts on how one can change his or her life. And I understand that there is no formula to success. But what I want to share is the total sum of the study that I've been making or been doing for now half a decade. These are things that have appeared or seen to be common in successful people or high achievers. Not that there is a formula to changing your life or to be successful, but these are common principles, ideas, and concepts that have worked for all these people that we see and admire. Now, I think, and according to me, there are so many ideas. But today, I had prepared like 6 of them, but I want to share with you just 2 principles or just 2 ideas on how one can change his or her life. Are we together? Now, to me, I think that life change when you change. The first major key to your change or to your growth to a better life, it's you. You yourself. Because I know there are people who are sitting and thinking that there are people who are coming to their rescue, who are coming to change their lives, or they are waiting for something miraculous that is going to happen, boom, then all of a sudden their lives are changed. That is not true. Because you can wish, you can dream, you can hope, you can have all those things. but cannot do you any good. Last time we shared with brothers who are in our last session that I gave them a Scottish proverb that was recorded first by James in 1628. He said that if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. So wishing and hoping that things will change, it's not enough for you to change your life. So how does one life change? Since we have seen that change is automatic, but growth isn't. If you look around, everything around us, it has changed for now a decade or even half a decade. But if you look at our lives in all areas, we have not changed. We have not been coping with change. So, as they like to put it, leadership begins when tolerance ends. Allow me to borrow that term. To me, I also think that life change or a better life begins when tolerance ends. That's how life change. Life changes when tolerance ends. Now, when you get fed up with all unpleasant things that life throws at you, and then you decide that you are going to do something about it, you're not just sitting down, but you decide that you're going to do something about it. That's when you begin to notice change in life. Now, Coach Herod gave us a wonderful quote. He said that the moment you begin to take responsibility in your life or for your life, that's when you begin to see change. That's when you begin to notice change. A little boy was walking, went for a walk with his father. And as they were walking in the neighborhood, sitting on a veranda or a porch or anyhow you'd like to call it, there was an old man. He had his dog with him or by him. And as they were passing, this little boy said to the owner of the dog, he said, "Sir," because, if I take you back, because when this little boy saw this dog, it seemed as if this dog was going through a serious pain. It was groaning and mourning. And that's when this young man said to the owner of this dog, he said, "Sir, what's wrong with your dog?" And the owner said, he looked at the young man and said, "It's okay. It is just sitting on a nail." And he also said to the young man that it's okay. It has not hurt enough for it to get off. Now, how many of us in this room, or those of us who are following us on TikTok, maybe Instagram, any other platform, are sitting on a nail of poverty, sitting on a nail of relationship, nail of leadership, nail of everything that you can name in this life? And I want to give you this beautiful quote by Anne Lanet. He said that the willingness to change comes when the pain of staying where you are is too great. Like that dog. That dog, it didn't hurt enough for it to get off. But what are we waiting for? If we are sitting on these nails, nail of poverty, nail of all these things that are happening in our lives that we don't want. And I was in a seminar, and the speaker shared things that really touched me. He said that we should understand the power of these three things that I'm going to mention. Number one, he said that we should understand the power of zero tolerance. Tolerance of poverty, tolerance of mediocrity, tolerance of any other thing that we can name. we should understand the power of zero tolerance of anything that life throws at us that we don't want. And number 2, he said that we should understand the power of something. I know each and everyone in this room, I know everybody here, you have that potential of greatness. You have that potential of something that you want to do. You have that dream that you've been really wanting to live. I don't know if that's the how it's supposed to be now, but it's not what you have been manifesting. It's not what you've been attracting. But now you have to understand the power of something, that thing that we have in you. In our last meeting, I shared that 3 things that we have in common. You ask yourself that world famous athletes, astronauts, international personalities, people who have made a difference in our world, we all began the same. We were born rich, not rich in material wealth, but rich in potential. That's the number 1 thing that we have in common as human beings. We have potential of greatness in us. And number 2, we have same time. Number 3, we have same oxygen. We breathe oxygen. Is it oxygen or what? We breathe the same air. I don't know, it's carbon dioxide or what. Nasema hewa ile pumzi ambayo tunapumua. Hizi vizungu mingi zisilete shida. Yeah? We need to understand that power of something. And something else that we should understand is the power of everything. The power of giving it everything for you to manifest that something that you have in you, that greatness that you have, to manifest it and to show it and to light up the world tomorrow. The power of everything. I have said that I will share just 2 principles, ideas, concepts, any name that you can give it. Number 2, major principle or major key to a better future, to a better life, or to a changed life, it's finding your voice. Finding your voice. Now, if I mention the name Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, what comes in your mind? Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, what comes in your mind? Leadership. Amazing. If I mention David Rudisha, do you know David Rudisha? What comes to your mind? Olympics, athletes, something of sort. If I mention Patrice Lumumba or Nelson Mandela, what comes in your mind? It's maybe, let's say, Pan-Africanism. So if I happen to mention all these big names or these people that we see as high achievers or successful people, they have found their voice. Because if I can mention Julius Yego, hautafikiria mwanasiasa, utafikiria mwanariadha. Because he has found his voice. Now, something number 2 that I have said, it's finding your voice, or you can call it obtaining clarity. Having a mental, clear picture of the mountain that you want to climb. Establishing order of that thing that you want to do with your life. Now, there is one quality that one must possess in order to win. And this is according to Napoleon Hill. And this quality is the knowledge of what one wants and knowledge of what one wants and burning desire to achieve it. I was reading Brian Tracy's book. I don't know if you know it. It's called Eat That Frog. And to my surprise, I was surprised to see that according to the research, only 3% of adults have a clear and a written vision, or even that clarity that we are talking about. And to me, clarity is the most important thing when it comes to personal growth or even personal productivity. And Stephen Covey said this. He said that before you even begin to climb the ladder of success, make sure that it is leaning on the right building. Clarity. And that is something I think as we young people, we lack. Maybe consciously or unconsciously. For example, I'll give you an example. I've been wanting to do this for some years back. It's now half a decade. I knew that I wanted to be a public speaker. And I was reading in these three major fields. I was reading in financial literacy, social relationship, and in leadership. And I had cluttered knowledge. I didn't know what I wanted, if I may say. I just knew that I wanted to be a speaker. But I didn't know in which major, in which area do I want to speak. Until when I sat down together with a wonderful man of God, if I can call him, as I caught his word, until he helped me gain clarity. And according to Samuel Murage, who is my coach, he said that you can't climb two mountains at the same time, focus on one at a time. You can't climb two mountains at the same time, focus on one at a time. So as we young people, I think this is the most problem that we have. Even adults, it is evident, it has been seen in this research that I have said. According to Brian Tracy, he said that only 3%, imagine, only 3% in the world have a clear and a written goal. You see? And I believe without clarity, you cannot go anywhere. Now, if clarity is a big problem that we have, what do we do? How can we find our signature talk? How? And I think number one way that we can be able to identify our signature talk or gain clarity, number one, it's what do you believe in? What are your skills and credentials that you have developed or gained throughout life? What are your core values? What guides you? What do you stand for? And what do you stand against? Because someone once said that if you don't stand up for something, you can fall for anything. What are your core values? And I believe that something that you don't believe in, you cannot sell, you cannot preach. If you don't have that clarity, what do you believe in? For you to sell something, for you to preach something, you must believe in it. And that brings me to way number two. Way number two, it's passion and interest. I understand that we are passionate about so many things. We have interest in different things, but what is our passion? Because I believe that we are interested in so many things. Like for me, I'm interested in politics, interested in religion, studies, and all those things. But I'm not passionate in those things. And that's why I cannot master, and that's why I cannot have dominion in those areas, because I'm not passionate in those things. So something that you don't believe in, something that you don't believe in, you cannot preach or you cannot sell. Kama venye saa hii unaweza ambiwa sijui anze kupreach sijui maybe kuhusu, or even me, tell me to start teaching about GBV. Of course, I know, I'm aware of all these things that happen, but I'm not passionate in that area. So That's why if I make a mistake to do in that field, I cannot succeed. I'm not, I don't, I'm not passionate in that area. And something about passion is that it helps you get influence. This is tip number one that I'm going to give you, how to get influence. So I have discovered that when you are doing something that you're passionate about, it's not even just mere words or even mere action that you're doing. It's about the energy that is flowing or the rate of energy that is vibrating at that time. Like, for example, when I'm speaking right now, because it's something that I'm passionate about, you get to understand in a profound way what I'm trying to say, because now it's the energy that is flowing in this room, not just mere words that I'm sharing. And number 3, it's feedback. What do your friends tell you, your colleagues, your neighbors, your siblings, your parents about you? That can also help you to come up and know what's your signature talk. What is your, signature talk. Number 4, your strength and your weaknesses. Understand your strength and understand your weaknesses, and focus with your strength or in your strength. Okay, most of the times we are told that we focus on our weaknesses, we work on our weaknesses. Yeah, it works to some point, but I believe when you focus on your strength, at the same time working on your weaknesses, that's how we get dominion. That word in Genesis, go and have dominion in the world. I think we get that dominion when we focus more on our strength, on something that, because maybe you are interested in so many things. So if you're interested in so many things, what do you do, and what can you do for you to be able to identify your signature talk? So if you're interested in so many things, there are things that you are able to do, but you don't have strength in those areas. But there are things that you have strength in those areas. Focus on those things. Work on those things that you have strength in. And lastly, it's your tribe. If you're a businessman, or maybe you're a comedian, you're a musician, you are anything you can name, what's your focus? Are you after young people? Are you after people between 40 to 50? What is your tribe? Understand your tribe. If it's business or any other thing that you're trying to do, comedy, acting, what is your tribe? That will also help you in this thing that we are calling having a signature talk. So thank you so much for those who have arrived right now. It's our pleasure to have you. We are so excited to see you in this meeting. Mine is just that one.